We are monitoring the potential threat of flash flooding and river flooding across the area. Meteorologist Cedric Haynes is here now with what we are expecting over the coming days. Cedric?
David, the area has experienced multiple days of off and on heavy rainfall. Our friends to the north of us have also received days of heavy rain, which could lead to river runoff over the next week or two. Now, over the next 48 hours, several waves of steady and potentially heavy rain is likely to return to the area, and the flash flood threat is elevated for the middle and latter part of the week. Now, the National Weather Service has issued a flash flood watch for most of the area, and that will extend through Wednesday evening for the threat of more heavy rainfall that, again, could lead to the potential of quick water rises in local neighborhoods and spots that typically flood. Now, we also have river flood warnings that are out for most of our local rivers. Waters from north of us will continue to flow down towards the south, and runoff is from any extra rainfall that we see this week may also lead to that flooding and also may lead to those rising river levels in the coming days and weeks. Here are a few tips to keep in mind to just kind of help you stay weather ready for this here, of course, especially if you live near any local waterways. Take a look at some of these weather tips that we have for you here, and you'll be able to see that. Of course, you want to make sure that you turn around, don't drown, move to higher ground, do not attempt to drive through any flooded road. Of course, 1 foot of water will float vehicles, so that's only 12 inches, so be aware of that. 2 feet of rushing water can carry most vehicles, including SUVs, and of course, do not drive around any barricades. I can't stress that enough. We see that so often. We just want to remind you, of course, again, if you see any water that's covering the roadways, turn around, don't drown. Try to be safe and stay weather aware if you live near any of these river levels across the area.
All right, thanks, Cedric. And with that in mind, the Mississippi is expected to rise. And while it's not expected to be a major flood, the city of Davenport has activated its flood plan. River is near 13 feet and is expected to rise near flood stage on Friday. Some streets around South Concord will be closed and gates will be closed beginning today to prevent river levels from backing into the storm sewer system in low-lying areas.
And on the Rock River, the Lee County Sheriff says a no-wake ordinance is in effect today. It remains in effect till river levels drop below flood stage of 13 feet. Boaters are asked to stay off the Rock River due to strong currents and lots of debris. You can check all the river levels anytime you want on our KWQC News app.